Am I
Good
audible?
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Beta. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, as you know, my name is Minakshi, and this is the first time I'm taking your class. So, were you able to take out the printout of the PDF that I sent?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you go through it?
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay. So, do you have any idea of the types of questions that are going to come?
Yes, ma'am, a little bit.
Okay, so today I'm going to, the idea is to cover up three types of questions. First is anagrams, then analogies, which is very common. You will short get some of the analogies, and then we are going to do sentences. Okay, so basically it is going to be rearrangement of sentences. Now, this PDF contains a variety of questions and of each type. So I'm going to share it on the screen and then we are going to start discussing it. Let me know once you're able to see. Just a second. Please hold on. I have to take access from Nitin sir because he's the host of the meeting. I don't have the access to share. So it might take a minute or two. Okay, children, can you see the PDF?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So
Yes,
beta,
ma'am.
according to your screen size, just zoom it. Or would you like me to zoom it for you if you're not able to see? So this is the first kind of question, which is analogies. So do you have any idea what do you mean by analogy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so basically analogies are what it is just that you have to establish a relationship. So one option would be given to you, and based on what relationship it is establishing, you have to choose the right option. Now it might seem very similar, the MCQ options might seem very similar, but you have to be very sure what the relationship is. Okay. Now, the relationship that can be expressed in the option that is given, it can be synonyms, matlab similar meaning ke questions. It can be antonyms, right? It could be definition. It could depict some kind of action, right? Or it could be some kind of cause and effect, right? So let's just go through these questions and likewise we will see what are the different relationships that are being established, right? So the first question is big and enormous. What is the meaning of big and enormous? It is synonym, right? Basically enormous is intensified in the size. Big छोटे size को भी कह सकते हैं comparatively, but enormous is actually bigger size, right? Intensified big. So what do you think is the right option? First is pen and write, paper and wood, ink pot and ink, and wave and tsunami. Can anybody guess what would be the right option?
Option number D.
Yes. So D is the right option because a tsunami is a very intensified wave, a much bigger wave, right?
Yes,
Have you understood the relationship? Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Let's come to the next question, which is whale and pod. Okay. So the options are engine and motor, rabbit and mammal, babble and talk, wolf and pack. So can anybody tell me first what is the relationship between whale and pod?
Ma'am, pod is the group of whales.
Yes, it's a collective noun for whales, right? So what do you think would be the right option?
Option D, wolf
D.
pack.
Yes. Is everybody understanding?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. So wolf and pack would be the right relationship because pack is a collective noun for wolf, right? Third one, book, knowledge, trip, fall, sponge, porous, book, read, ocean, and salt water. What is the relationship of book and knowledge?
What do we get out of a book is knowledge.
Yeah, it could be, yes.
Option is D.
D again, because see, knowledge is contained in book. Okay, so that's what you extract out of book, and so is salt. So salt is contained in ocean. So the relationship is of containment, or you can say extraction here, right? Fourth question. It's very simple. Spring and season. So perfume, fragrance, water, rain, ants, insect, cold winter.
Cold winter.
No, it's not cold winter. Why did
And
you say
since
cold winter? What is the relationship of spring and season?
spring is a season.
Yeah, Prashant, you were saying something.
Ma'am, might be option B.
But first, tell me what is the relationship between spring and season?
And
Ah,
spring is a season in the year.
yes, it is a type of season, right? So the relationship is of type. Now, if you see here, perfume is not, or fragrance is not a type of perfume, or perfume is not a type of fragrance here. So ants are a type of insect. Cold is better. Cold is not a type of winter here, right? It is actually the weather. It is explaining the weather. So the type concept comes with ants and insect. So the right option is B here. Okay, fifth question. Bad, good, sad, docile, shower, rain, jubilant, happy, dark, light.
Dark
Dark
light.
light.
Yes, because it is antonyms. Everything else is almost synonym. Okay, sixth one. Articulate speech, predictable event, dangerous disease, coordinated movement, and active thought. Can you tell me the relationship of articulate and speech?
Ma'am, the answer should be A.
Have you ever heard of a phrase that he's a very articulate speaker? So it is
Yes,
sometimes used
ma'am.
as an adjective also for a speaker. So what can you guess out of it?
He's a
Ma'am.
good speaker.
Yes.
Yes. Why is he a good speaker? Because he speaks in a very well flow. The flow of the speech is very good. It's very coordinated, you can say, right? There is no, uh, there are no thoughts and there are no pauses during his speech, right? So that person is an articulate speaker. So now tell me what would be the right answer?
B.
B, yes. A movement should be very well coordinated, right? None of the others make any relationship with what is given. So seventh, B is the right answer for the sixth one. Seventh, inception, conclusion, departure, arrival, refutation, approval, culmination, upshot, approach, return.
Ma'am, answer is A, departure, arrival.
The answer is
Departure, arrival. Option A.
yeah. So departure, arrival. Who answered the question?
Ma'am, it's me, Pao.
Pau. What about others? What do you think is the right answer? Is he right? Manas, Prashant, Himendu. Pau, can you explain why have you answered? Why have you chosen A?
Inception, it means start and conclusion means end.
Yes,
So,
because inception means beginning and conclusion is the end of something. And the most suitable answer would be departure because it's beginning of a journey and arrival is like reaching at the end of the journey. Okay? Right. Next question. Scintillating dullness, erudite wisdom, boisterous calm, desultory error, cautious restraint. Okay, Himendu, tell me the relationship of eighth question. Scintillating and dullness. What is scintillating? What is dullness? And what is the relationship?
Option C.
Sorry,
I think option C is the answer.
but you have to tell me the relationship first. You have to understand the meaning of the word. Do you know the meaning of scintillating?
Ma'am, it means bright.
Yeah, it is bright, it is sparkly. It is actually, so the relationship is antonyms. Something that is sparkling and bright can't be dull. Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so what can be the correct option?
Option C.
B,
Ma'am, C.
C, boisterous and calm. What about B? Is there any match in the relationship of B and scintillating?
no, ma'am.
No. And what is boisterous?
And to order someone or something. Ma'am,
Yeah,
it's noisy.
yeah, it could mean noisy, it could mean bold, right? So calm, somebody who's bold and noisy can't be calm, right? So that is the right relationship. So in these kind of questions, there might be some words which are very new to you. So please continue to work on your vocabulary building as well. Just keep on reading some words from whatever reference material you have. Okay. Okay. Do the 10th question, shard and pottery. So let's just see pick a one question and turn by turn we can answer. So who's going to answer the 10th question? And you have to explain the relationship also, why you have chosen a particular option. Okay, so let's begin with Manas. Manas, you will answer the 10th question. Shard and pottery.
Ma'am, I think it's A.
A. So what is the relationship between shard and pottery? What's a shard? What's pottery?
Ma'am, shard is a sharp fragment and
Yeah, it is a sharp
you can
fragment.
use it in pottery or it.
It's basically small broken pieces. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So if it is a broken piece of a pottery, So how can seed be a part of flower? All flowers don't bear seeds.
Ma'am, it can be D,
It
splinter
will
and
be
wood.
D. Yes, because you might feel that smoke is also derived from fire, but once the fire is extinguished, smoke is something that basically you can't hold it, you can't contain it like that. So these are actually physical pieces, both splinter and shard, right? So that's the right option. Splinter is a broken piece of wood, and shard is a broken piece of pottery. That's the exact relationship. Okay.
Yes.
So Prashant, 11th question.
Ma'am, I think it's C.
Beta, you have to explain as well.
Ma'am, morose means it is like something not being cheerful.
Yeah.
Ma'am, these are both in a relationship of antonyms.
Yes, antonym is the right relationship.
So, ma'am, I think C. Replete and derive.
Replete and derive.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that's the right answer. Okay. So replete means basically re is some attached to something which is again, it's kind of replenishment.
I'm full of something.
Yes, full of something. And D is basically re and D. You can just guess out of it that re and D are both opposites.
Yes.
So again, 12th one, very easy. How you can answer it? Anybody can answer it for that matter. Flock and bird.
B, team player.
Yeah, team player is right. Okay, 13th question. Who is left? Himendu.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
River and ocean.
Yes.
What's distributory?
So distributary is when a river divides into small streams.
Ma'am, I think option D.
It moves out of the river. What is the right option?
D.
B.
D.
No, beta. D is not the right answer. See, river always merges into the ocean. The relationship is all the rivers flow and merge into the ocean. Distributaries basically distribute and divide a river into different streams, whereas tributaries merge into a river. So it will be tributary and river. The right option is C. It is slightly tricky here. So distributaries actually flow out of the river and tributaries merge into the river. Okay. So the right option would be C. Okay, next one, 14th. Manas.
Ma'am, what is vixen?
Vixen is a female fox. Yes, Manas, it is quite simple, beta. Female fox and fox. Vixen is a female fox. So the relationship is female and male.
Ma'am, bull and ox.
No, beta, bull and ox are both males. Male forms of cow.
Ma'am, D.
Yeah, hen and cock. They are opposite gender. So answer is D. Everybody agrees?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So whose turn is it, Prashant? Yours?
Yes, ma'am.
15th.
Ma'am, it is alphabet and word.
Hmm.
Ma'am, alphabets form words.
Hmm.
So therefore, ma'am, the right option would be word and sentences, because
Yes.
word will form sentences first,
Yes.
then the later parts.
Absolutely right. When we join alphabets, we form a word, and when we join words, we form a sentence. Right? So the right option is B. Okay, who is next? Himendu, 16th.
What's extol?
So extol is again a very intensified form of praise. बहुत ज्यादा
Dislike and
तारीफ.
loath.
Um, let me just see. Stop. Cram. Yeah, so despite dislike and loathe is the right option. So loathing somebody is actually intensified dislike for somebody. So this is the right option. Okay. So I'm turning the page. We will just do one more option. So because we have to cover up other types. So Pau, this is your turn. 17th question. Remaining you can try as homework and you can share your answers with me. Just click a picture and send it to me and I'll check. So 17th. Pau.
Yes, ma'am. Length meters, because sound is measured in this
Yeah, that's the
decibel
unit
and
of
length is
measurement.
this. Yes,
Hmm.
yes.
So length would be meters. Right. Okay. So these are some form of analogies. So you can just see what kind of relationship there are. It could be male, female, gender relationship. It could be collective nouns. It could also be antonyms, synonyms, and derivatives of something, the cause and effect. So just go through the remaining questions and we can discuss them in the next class if at all you have any doubts. Now I'm going to take up the second type of questions, which is anagrams. Okay. So here you will have to work on the basis of words. So just see the first question. You have to make a meaningful word with the letters given in the question. So these are numbered and just take 2 minutes time and then we will discuss. Do the first three questions. What could be the meaningful word you can form out of it?
And first would be option A, gamble.
Yes, first is gamble. So Himendu, do the second one, Manas third, Pao fourth, and Prashant fifth. Okay, and then we will discuss. First or has already been discussed.
And second one is author.
Yeah, second is author. Manas third.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
Ma'am, can I answer?
It's mental.
Yes, absolutely right. Mental. The fourth one,
C. Hearken.
hearken. What is
Yes.
hearken?
Call for someone.
Let me just see the option. Fourth C. You are saying C option,
Yes, ma'am.
but the option C is not hearken. It is hanker. Sixth letter, beta. Sixth letter is N. See, if you are choosing the C option, the word that is formed is hanker, not hearken.
Yes, ma'am.
Although the answer is right, it is hanker. Okay, next one.
Ma'am, it would be signal. Option
Signal.
B.
Yes, it is absolutely right. Okay. Now see the other set of questions. So you have to choose these letters that are given in the question and make a word out of it, and then there is some condition attached to it. Okay, for example, in the first question it says the word which is formed using the first, second, fifth, sixth, seventh and 11th, 12th letter. Now it is not necessarily that you have to place the letters in the same order, rather you have to use these letters and make a word. Okay, and then there is a condition that the word means all of the following except one thing. So first you have to find the word that is formed. So the letters are A, R, N, G, E, S, T. Please make a word with this. A, R, N, G, E, S, T.
Strange.
Strange. Yes. So everything means strange. Okay. Except
So,
one.
ma'am, conventional would not be strange
Would not
because
mean strange, but eccentric, weird, odd,
I see.
everything means strange. Okay. So the answer would be B here. Now, seventh question, the word which is formed by using the first, third, sixth, seventh, and ninth, 11th, 13th letter of the word simultaneously means all the following except.
Sequence.
Sequency, you don't have to form the word, you can just guess like that because friend, companion, and partner, they all mean the same.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So it is a wild guess, just like that, you can find out that it would be sequence. But still, just form the word. What would be the word? What is the word that has been formed?
Ma'am, just a minute.
Okay, the time. Wait.
Soulmate.
Yeah, soulmate is right. Okay, eighth question. Everybody was able to do soulmate?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, come to the eighth question. There are some letters given to you. You have to just unjumble, unscramble them. So can you guess what word can you form out of it? ROORSW.
Sorrow. It means
Yeah.
grief. Option A.
Yes, sorrow is grief. Everything else is some kind of celebration only. So the right answer would be A. Okay, come to the next question. Ninth. Mark the second letter formed by unscrambling the second, fourth, fifth, seventh, and 10th letters. So N, E, R, T, and D. N, E, R, T, and D. What word can you form out of it?
Trend.
Trend.
Trend. So what would be the second letter?
R.
R. So the right option would be A. So you just have to mark the second letter of the word that you have formed. So trend is the word that is formed. The second letter will be R. Okay. Now next question is quite simple. You just have to start forming the words. It says how many four-letter words can be formed from the word noisome upon selecting any of the letters. So obviously you can see that you can form many words, many four-letter words by using just four letters. For example, you can make some out of it. You can make moon. See, I've already made two four-letter words. Okay. So can you make more? So what would be the right option? If you're choosing D or if you're choosing C, just share the words that you have formed.
Soon.
Soon and so already we have made three. So the right option would be D. Okay. So you can form more words like mine and you can form omen. So many words can be formed out of it. Many four-letter words can be formed. So the right option would be D. So far you have understood analogies and anagrams?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So now we are going to do the next set of questions, which is basically your sentence related sentence reordering questions. There is a variety of questions in this. It is PQRS also and other types of questions. So one, two. So almost six variety of questions is there. So let's just do few. First three varieties probably today, and then we can cover up the remaining in the next class. Okay, one, two, three, four, five. Please choose one for each. Okay, first question ka. The first set of questions. Manas first one, Himendu second, Pao third, and Prashant fourth. Okay, let's just start reading the question. Direction is in the following questions, first part of the sentence is numbered one. The remaining parts are PQRS. So you have to see the right order of questions. Beta, the trick to do these kind of questions, especially in sentence reordering, is first you have to understand what we are talking about. So the first sentence will always be the sentence which is introducing the subject of the group of sentences. Okay? What noun, what thing are we talking about? What is the subject of all these sentences? Choose that sentence first. And then the flow of events will follow like that. So take 2 minutes, do the first five questions, then we are going to discuss the right order.
Ma'am, I'm done.
Who was that, Manas?
No, ma'am, Prashant.
Prashant, okay. So please wait, Prashant, let everybody do it, then we are going to discuss.
Ma'am, I'm also done.
Okay,
I'm also
Pao is
done.
also done. Himendu is also done. Manas, we are waiting for you.
Option A.
Yes, beta, you don't have to check all the options. Another trick is that if you can figure out the first sentence is S, okay? So just see the options. There is no other option with S. So you can naturally go by the first one. You don't have to waste or invest any kind of time in this kind of question. If you are able to figure out first two options and you have that option in the answers, so you can just choose and go move on to the next question. So A is the right one. So the answer would be there is a continuous demand to ban the application of science in the art. No, yes, for destructive purposes and world organizations are formed to train humanity in the art of settling the disputes. So first option is right. Okay, second one. Whose turn is it?
Ma'am, option C.
C. Beta, can you read out the sentences?
The unfortunate person who's unemployed not only the subject of self-pity, but also is a victim of self-contempt.
Yes, absolutely right. Okay, third question.
Ma'am, option D, RQPS. Uh, in every country, children are given good education and
Hmm.
regarding their proper development, and great care is taken regarding their proper development because what they become depends on it.
Absolutely right. Fourth question.
Ma'am, fourth would be option D.
Hmm.
There was a time when each family actually produced for itself most of the things it needed for everyday or for its everyday life.
Absolutely right, because no other thing makes sense. Okay, you cannot say there was needed, there was for, there was actually. Okay, next question, fifth one. Okay, fifth we have not done. Come to the next set of questions. So next set of question is following questions require you to arrange the jumbled words in right sequence to form a meaningful sentence. I'm turning the page. So 10, 11, 12, 13. Manas 10, Prashant 11, Himendu 12, Pau 13.
Ma'am, done.
Better let everybody complete.
Um, Done.
Okay, so 10th,
A.
A. A is right. Please read the sentence.
Obama's victory speech
Hmm.
left many Americans into tears.
Right. Next one.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, option D.
11. Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, I was assigned 11th.
11th, 10th was Manas,
Yes, ma'am.
and Prashant had to do 11th.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please read, beta.
Ma'am, it would be D. This would be a herd of cows blocked the road.
Absolutely right. A herd of cows blocked the road. So again, you have to see in any sentence, you have to decide the subject first, and accordingly, you will be able to form the question. Third one, 12th one, Himindu.
Ma'am, I did 11th, so can you give me some minutes?
Yeah, okay. Pao, what about you, 13th?
Yes, ma'am, it's done.
Yeah,
13
beta,
is
please.
A. The
Oh,
trio agreed to keep the secret among themselves.
absolutely right. Okay, the trio agreed to keep the secret among themselves. So we are waiting for Prashant. Sorry, Himendu to complete his work.
I'm done.
Okay, yes, beta, what is the answer?
Ma'am, Jessica has written several bestsellers.
Okay, and what is the right option?
Ma'am,
Your
C.
sentence is right.
Ma'am, B.
B is right. Okay, so let's move on to the next set of questions. Remainder of the questions you practice at home. The sentence given in each question, when properly sequenced from a coherent paragraph, each sentence is labeled with a letter. Choose the most logical order of sentences. from among the given choices to construct a coherent paragraphs. Okay. Who all have the PDF with them right now? Do you all have a copy of the PDF with you right now?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Who doesn't have? Just Himendu?
Ma'am, I also don't have.
Okay. So, Himendu, you can do 16th. Pao, you can do the 17th from the screen. And 18th, Manas and Prashant, you have the PDF?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So,
Yes, ma'am.
then Prashant, you do the 19th. Manas, you can do the 18th. So, see the 19th option from the PDF. When it will be your turn, I'll turn the page.
Ma'am, which one should I do?
Sorry, who is this? Prashant.
Yes,
Prashant, you
ma'am.
can do 19th.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, can you send me the PDF also? Earlier I had it, but it says saying it has got corrupted or something.
Okay, I'll resend it.
I'm done.
Ma'am, done.
What about others? Let everybody complete, then we will discuss so that they can also go through the same questions. Who has not yet completed?
Me, I didn't got the PDF.
Prashant, I don't have your number. 1 second, let me see your number. Just do you have your phone right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Please message Nitin sir. He will send you the PDF. I don't have your number actually.
Okay,
I'm
ma'am.
resending him the PDF and then he can send it to you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, we can start discussing. 16th question. Whose
Ma'am,
turn is
option
it?
is A.
A. Can you read all the sentences, Vita, in the correct order?
Yes, ma'am. Fight involving three middle fiddlers, crabs have been recorded, but the status of participants were unknown.
Hmm.
Then we therefore tracked 268 intruders male until we saw them fighting residently.
Hmm.
Then we recorded 17 cases in which the resident who was fighting as intruders
Hmm.
was joined by an immediate neighbor and ally. Then two neighbors never fought with each other. They were pushed or grappled only with the intruder.
Absolutely right. So the right option is A. Okay, 17th. Does anybody have any other opinions? Okay, move on to 17th.
I'm 17th D.
D.
Yes.
Better read all the sentences.
Experts such as Larry Burns, head of research at GM, reckon that one day a full-heart leap will allow the world to cope with mass motorization that will one day come to China or India. In theory, once all the bugs have been sorted out, fuel cells would deliver better total fuel economy than any existing engines, allowing for the resources needed to extract hydrogen from hydrocarbon oil, coal, or gas. The fuel cell
Better
has an
stop. I just want to stop you here. Can you read the first sentence again and see? Just focus on the first sentence. Your option is wrong. I'll tell you why. It seems like this is the first sentence. Experts such as Larry Burns, head of research at GM, reckon that only such a full hearted leap. What is this only such a full hearted leap? It is referring to something that has to be discussed earlier. It says reckons that only such a full hearted leap will allow
Oh
the
wait,
world to
ma'am,
cope.
then the answer should be B.
No, B is also not the right answer. You are very close. B is not the right answer. Actually, it is A. So this little phrase, such a full-hearted leap, tells us this would be the last part of the sentence because it is referring to something. Okay. So this is the concluding sentence actually. See, in theory, once all the bugs have been sorted out, fuel cells should deliver better total fuel economy than any existing engines, allowing for the resources needed to extract hydrogen from hydrocarbon oil, coal, or gas. The fuel cell has an efficiency of 30%. Okay, that is, so C, E, now comes D. That is twice as good as the internal combustion engine, but only 5% points better than a diesel hybrid. Then you will come to the B part because it is still talking about that fuel. But once hydrogen is being produced from business or extracted from underground coal or made from water using nuclear or renewable electricity, the way will open for a huge reduction in carbon emissions from the whole system. Experts such as Larry Burns say, reckon that only such a full-hearted leap will allow the world to cope with the mass motorization that will one day come to China or India. Understood? So this was actually the concluding sentence. It is referring to the whole thing about this hydrogen power. So the right
Yes, ma'am.
option for the 17th question is A. Okay, 18th.
Option C.
Yeah, can you explain better? Can you just read out the sentences?
We know infinitely more about the wealthy people of Egypt than we do about the ordinary people, as most monuments were made for the rich.
Hmm.
Houses in which ordinary Egyptians lived have not been preserved, and when most people died, they were burned in simple graves. Most of
Hmm.
our
Buried.
traditional
It's not burned, it's buried. Hmm.
buried. Most of our traditional sources of information about the Old Kingdom are monuments of the rich, like pyramids and tombs.
Hmm.
Even, ma'am, what is this word?
It's peppery.
Even papyri come mainly from pyramid temples, but this does not mean that death was the Egyptians' only preoccupation.
Yeah, so this is right. 18C is absolutely right. Okay, Prashant, were you able to do the 19? Did you get the PDF?
Yes, ma'am. I did the 90.
Okay, so this is actually the second set of questions. In the following question, the first and the last sentence are in order. Everything else is PQRS. So this is your PQRS. Okay. Prashant, please share the first answer.
Ma'am, the option would be D. So it would go like his son fell into the bad company of village boys. His
Hmm.
father was much worried about his son's bad company.
Yes.
The father, then it would be
To give
to
a
give
lesson.
him to give a lesson to the son. His father gave him a few good bananas along with a rotten one. A
Hmm.
few days later, all the bananas got spoiled. The
Hmm.
boy understood the lesson his father wanted to teach him.
Absolutely right. So in this set of questions, the first and the last sentence, the beginning and the concluding sentence is given, and the middle sentences are to be rearranged in the right order. Okay, we can go about with four more options. Okay, and then we can conclude the class. I'll just take 5 more minutes. So, Himendu, do the 20th one. Okay, Pau 21st. And then we come to move to the next set of questions. Manas 23rd and Prashant 22nd, because Manas, you have the PDF. So this is
Okay.
another set of questions from 22 to 25.
Ma'am, which one am I supposed to do?
Pau 21st.
I'm
I'm done
done.
with my question.
Yeah, but just wait for a few minutes, then we will discuss. All right, can we start discussing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, start Hemendu. 20th.
Ma'am, option is A. Sentence
A.
goes like this. Yes, ma'am.
Can you read the options?
Yes, ma'am. Lady Crocodile was cruel and wicked. She thought of a plan to get Monkey over her place. One day she pretends to be very ill and started shedding tears.
Hmm.
Then the monkey was very worried when he saw this. He sat by her side, beside her, and promised to do anything she asked him to do. She uh, she said to him that doctor says that I can get well only if I can eat monkey's heart.
So there is one slight mistake here. See, the sixth sentence says the crocodile was very sad when she heard this. So hearing part was when the monkey said that I'm ready to do anything for you. So that option would come before the sixth option. So it is QP is absolutely right. The first two orders are right. It is not QPRS. Okay. Oh, sorry. It is not QPSR. It is QPRS. So first she told him that the doctors have said that only if I eat monkey's heart, and then the monkey says he was very worried and he sat beside her and promised to do anything she asked him to do. On hearing this really touched her heart. So the right option is B. Because the concluding sentences, I repeat again, the crocodile was very sad when she heard this. What did she hear? She heard that the monkey promised her that he would do anything.
Okay, ma'am.
Understood? So 20th, the right option would be B part. Yes. Power 21st.
21st, ma'am, the option is D.
B for Bombay or D for Delhi?
D for Delhi.
D for Delhi.
D for Delhi.
PS.
There was a great difference between Eastern and Western attitudes to natural phenomena. Chinese tradition venerated the creatures as lords of the sky, as guardians of celestial wisdom. Christianity deemed them winged serpents, and such the embodiment of satanic evil. This was illustrated clearly in their respective feelings towards never. Uh,
No, beta, you have not
S and then
introduced.
after that R. I forgot to read R.
Yeah, so option
Christianity
D is
deemed
not right.
them winged serpents.
No,
No,
the
option D.
introduction would be, it would be B, beta. You have to introduce the dragons. See, there was a great difference between Eastern and Western attitudes to natural phenomena. How do you know that? Because this is illustrated. Where is it illustrated? You have to show the illustration. How do you know that?
Uh,
Through their illustration. This was illustrated clearly in their respective feelings towards dragon. That would be your first option after this. And then P. Chinese tradition venerated the creatures as lords of the sky, as guardians of celestial wisdom, right? And Christianity deemed them winged serpents, and as such, the embodiment of satanic evil. Understood? So the right option would be B.
yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Okay. Prashant, 22nd.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the correct option would be A. Uh,
Absolutely right.
the growth of science and technology has conferred obvious and immense benefits upon the community. It
Hmm.
has removed many of the material obstacles to the pursuit of good life from the majority of mankind in those countries at a high level of technical development. It has also, as we too often forget, made possible new and daring adventures of the mind. But it has exposed us to new dangers, not the obvious dangers of new weapons of destruction, but the much more serious ones of purely materialistic view of life.
Absolutely right. So the right option is A. Okay, Manas, the last question.
Option D.
D.
Yes, ma'am.
No, option D is not the right answer. What is the subject of the sentence, of this group of sentences? What are we talking about in it?
Growth of children.
Yes. And which sentence expresses the subject? There is
Second.
nothing in the world more fascinating than watching a child grow and develop. This particular sentence talks about the subject of the group of sentences, okay? This whole paragraph.
Yes.
That there is nothing in the world more fascinating than watching a child grow and develop. So your first option would be second option. Now, if you see the options that are given in your question, the second sentence would be the first sentence, and all other options are beginning with fourth and first and fourth sentence. So naturally, you don't have to read any further. You can rule out all the options and select this one because the subject of the paragraph is growth and development of child, and every other sentence talks about it. Okay, so the right option would be A.
Okay.
Hmm? So that's it for today. We can continue some more topics in the next class. I'll coordinate with Nitin sir, okay? And if you have any doubts regarding this, just go through the remainder of the PDF. If you have any further doubts, you can just ask me in the next class. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, beta.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. See you soon.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
I'm
Thank
leaving the
you.
meeting. You can continue with the meeting because you have another class now.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay? You're most welcome. Thank you so much.